is Todd. I'm from Avox, and we are giving a voice to e-commerce companies that are not Amazon or Walmart or Google. Okay, so voice assistants are here. We've had them on cell phones for quite a while. I mean, how many people here don't have a smartphone that has probably either Siri or Google Assistant on it, right? And even further, how many people do you know that don't have a smartphone with at least one of those assistants on them? Most people encounter voice assistants on their cell phones, but smart speakers are a new wave that's coming, and adoption is growing very quickly. So even just in about 7 months, adoption has more than doubled, right? And we're also seeing people's behaviors changing with these assistants. Based only on their phones, they use them for timers and some very simple things, but usage often died out because always using your phone for these is not super convenient. But smart speakers are always there, sadly or crazily, they're always listening, but also they're louder and they can give you better answers. So what we're seeing is the growth of people using them to shop or even just to research products. And so about almost 30% of people have done that so far. Right now, Amazon and Google are the main beneficiaries because they offer the commerce functionality on these devices. And they account for almost or just over 80% of the spend today. However, there's a ton of other companies out there, like MVMT Watches, Poo-Pourri. In terms of larger companies, you've got Magpie Kids and Porter Square, and Cracky Snacks, which makes dog treats, right, on the smaller end. But how are they going to become or use voice commerce to their advantage? And right now, there's no way for them to do that without expensive custom integrations, right? Until ShopClerk. ShopClerk is going to offer, or currently offers, some service functionality, and then we will be building out sales functionality, allow people to use these assistants to ask questions and get responses from e-commerce stores that are on a number of different platforms. The market size is expected or projected to be $40 billion by 2020 in the US alone. That's pretty big. So to give you a complicated diagram, we have the consumer on the left, we have the shop owner on the right. This is Death Wish Coffee, awesome coffee company if you haven't heard of them or tried them before. Death Wish Coffee is on the Shopify platform. Shopify platform has an app store. We have an app in the app store. We also have an Alexa skill today. And so when Death Wish Coffee installs ShopClerk, their customers can use us to track a package today. And soon they'll be able to do inventory searches, reorders, subscription management, or just purchasing whatever they want that they have. We're also expanding to other voice channels, so Google Assistant is on our list. And we can expand to other e-commerce platforms as we want as well. So our main business model is through monthly subscription revenue. It'll scale based on shop transaction size. It'll involve quite a bit of probably social media marketing. We're very early in this process. Today we have only package tracking working, but we're working on our monetization features next. To give you a very brief demo, we'll pretend that I'm shopping online at Magpie Kids. I really like this bamboo dinosaur dishware set, and I think my niece will really love it. So we'll pretend I purchase it. ShopClerk sends me, as the customer, an email. We have to do an association between a person's Alexa device and the shop, because Alexa just gives you anonymized data otherwise. And once you link that up, you can say, Alexa, ask ShopClerk about passcode Lima Lima Uniform Romeo.
Here's the latest status for your 2 packages. For your June 11th order from Kevin's Store, Kevin's Store is preparing your package for shipment. For your June 11th order from Kevin's Store, your package now has the U.S. Postal Service tracking number and it's on its way.
And so currently we can track a package through its whole delivery cycle. We've seen consumers checking on a fairly regular basis their package status, and we've even seen repeat customers that have been using this as well. And the live demo works. I don't have to show you a video. So thank you very much. And now I'm open for questions. Yes?
So is your product sort of behind the scenes, or is the consumer, like, where's your branding? Where does...
Currently, we are behind the scenes. We have to tell the consumer right now via a separate email that ShopClerk exists, and that's a thing, and here's how you use it. And also right now, the invocation is via the ShopClerk name. However, we will be offering a white label version as well. Yes?
How do you overcome the market penetration of, say, Amazon, and they have the products to sell, they have the technology to have the human interaction? You know, why subscribe to another service when you can get all of that in one place?
Yeah, well, so the question is, how do you compete against Amazon, right? Good question, and there's a lot of companies trying to figure that out, both in terms of the commerce space as well as the technology side. And I think that the fact that there are, hundreds of thousands, millions of non-Amazon, non-large corporation e-commerce stores out there that are viable speaks to that. In terms of us from a technology perspective, Amazon and Google are never going to look at the size of the companies that we're looking at. Google announced partnerships with Walmart and Target and Home Depot. Amazon is in it for themselves, and they may have partnerships with other larger companies, but even companies like Allbirds or Harry's Razors, Amazon is not going to work with them. And so we're for everybody else. Yes. Any other questions? Yes.
What additional quality aspect do you see this providing that just an email from the store, they could just send an email saying your order is shipped or something like that?
Yeah, so the question was, how are we better than just someone getting an email that's sent to them? And that's a great question. It's one of the things that, frankly, we're figuring out. One of the things that we are integrating is visual notifications from the Echo devices and Google Home devices. They each have a light that, this will flash yellow if you get a notification. But voice is a more natural interaction, and we think that we will be able to drive behavior by using notifications, but also as we get more shops that people interact with on a regular basis, it'll become more natural to interact with us. Also, and I'll go further afield, we know that for shopping for many things, the visual aspect is very important, so we'll be incorporating a multimodal aspect as well. So if you have a Fire TV or an Echo device with a screen or a Chromecast, we'll be able to display images and modify what you see based on your inputs. So our question over here. All right. Yes?
So let's say I'm a Shopify store and I get your app online
Yeah.
on Shopify. And let's say a consumer asks, maybe I'm selling bags in my Shopify store. Will the consumer ask, can I get what cheap bags at? Will that app itself come? Will my Shopify store come through the Alexa? Or
Yeah. Good. Let me repeat your question. So the question was, if your store has ShopClerk installed,
right,
and a consumer makes a request for something that your store has but doesn't know that your store exists, will ShopClerk be able to help that customer? And the answer will be yes. Right now, no, but in the future, yes. Thank you. Yes.
The quality of your voice recognition, I noticed you're using a phonetic alphabet.
Yeah, that's because it was chosen by our lead developer. As a human guy, so I'm the chief product officer and voice UX designer. As a human guy, we'll be changing that. And time for one more question? All right. Well, thank you guys very much.